Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here today with a familiar face, Simon Mail, who's the event director for ILTM North America and also ILTM Latin America. We'll learn more about that. But we have upcoming ILTM North America this September, and we're going to talk about this. It is going to be a live, in-person event, and they're working on it now. It's going to probably be one of the first live luxury events around. There'll be maybe one or two others before that, but not many before. Certainly the first live ILTM. And then, of course, we're looking for at the end of the year, we'll have the ILTM Con, the mothership, which it better well be live this year. That's for sure. We're all looking forward to it. And we're going to talk to Simon about all this and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Simon, first of all, how are you and where are you?
Hello, James. Lovely to see you. Although I'm more excited to see you in person in September. I'm in São Paulo in Brazil, which is where I call home these days. And I would normally say sunny São Paulo, but it's middle winter here. And it's freezing cold, which is highly unusual. And I am dreaming of going to the beach. In Mexico. In
Mexico, yes, at Mayakoba, as we all know, and for a number of years we've all been going together. Let's talk a little bit about those events on the ILTM portfolio this year, both physical and virtual. What's on the schedule for the rest of the year, and which ones will be live?
Well, it's been a long time coming. Our last event was December 2019, and this, as you say, will be the first ILTM event in person that'll take place, and it'll be from the 20th to the 23rd of September in Riviera Maya at the Mayakoba Resort, specifically at the Fairmont, although we do use all the properties there. We have our ILTM Asia Pacific event taking place very soon as a virtual-only event.
Okay.
Next month in July. And we will also have ILTM Latin America here in São Paulo at the end of October, the 26th.
And that is a live one? That is
a live event, absolutely. We are finally getting our act together here in Brazil, and vaccination is now flying at lightning speed. So we are very confident of hosting a live event here in São Paulo at the end of October. And then, of course, as you rightly say, the mothership, the one the entire industry is waiting for, ILTM Cannes in December. And I'm really pleased to say that the shows are doing really well and the response is very strong. Cannes, as always, as I say, the most important show for the industry. So the participation is already very strong there. And most pressingly is ILTM North America. And thanks to the strength of the US market, that show is doing incredibly well, and we're set for a really wonderful turnout this September.
Now, this is, and remind me, because I think we lost a year, is this the 10th one or the 9th one for ILTM North America?
Good question. It's the 9th edition of ILTM North America. It was launched in 2012 in Riviera Maya. Was our first show, and obviously, yes, we missed a year last year.
No, yeah, so, I have to say, both you and I probably have been to all 9 of them when we meet each other in September, right?
And I cannot wait to be chatting to you live there.
Now, in terms of the people you expect to attend ILTM North America, both buyers and suppliers, how many do you expect buyers and suppliers this year? I know you'd actually increased it because you actually got another hotel down there when the Andaz Mayakoba opened, and so you had room for more folks. I think it was up to about 300 on each, but what do you expect this year?
Yeah, exactly. So the ILTM North America is our solution to helping suppliers around the world develop their business from North America.
Right.
So specifically, we're bringing international hoteliers, destinations, cruise lines, so on and so forth, to meet with travel agents and travel advisors from predominantly the US, which is about 60% US, Canada, Canadian agents, advisors, and Mexican agents, advisors. We're currently anticipating around 250 exhibiting companies from all over the world, 250 brands, meeting with 250 advisors from the US, Canada, and Mexico. In total, will be about 600 people.
That's pretty good.
The road.
Yeah, no, I was at one of the first meetings in Mexico for the World Travel and Tourism Council, and we had about 600 people from all across the world. And let's just say by the second or third day, socially distant wasn't always observed, but hey, nobody got sick that, as far as I know. And now I guess that goes to the question: how is Mayakoba preparing for ILTM North America? What are sort of the health and safety protocols that all of those resorts that are part of Mayakoba implementing for this event?
No, you're absolutely right. And the WTTC happened in April in the Riviera Maya. We're following a lot of the great success that they had there. And I know a lot of the industry attended. Matthew was there, of course. And I saw you there, James, too. So I've chatted to lots of people who have attended and shared the experiences there. But I think, firstly, the most important thing to say is, where better to hold a post-COVID event than Mayakoba? Right. We are in a private, secure resort, less than half an hour south of Cancun, with four of the best brands that you could ask for, leading the protocols, the Fairmont, Banyan Tree, Rosewood, and of course the Andaz, which was the latest addition there as well, all forming parts of great networks of hoteliers, whether it be Accor, Hyatt, or of course Rosewood. So all of these hotels have their own strict protocols. Mayakoba, which has an excellent owner, has their own protocols. They're all being audited by a couple of auditors, Bureau Veritas being a very internationally renowned one. What we will do is exactly what WTTC did, which was antigen testing for everyone on arrival. Yeah. So they'll need to be tested before they go into the event. Inside the event, we will have social distancing, and mask use will be obligatory inside the convention center. Got it. And there will be temperature testing as people go in and out. The two networking events will be outdoors. Most importantly, the closing at the end, as Mayakoba will be on the beach, enjoying the cool sea breeze as well.
Now,
I'm very confident.
Yeah, you're not going to ask for vaccination proof at all, or you're just?
No, we're not. I think we're kind of understanding and respectful of the different places that our participants around the world are at different stages. And of course, the situation is changing constantly. So we're very pleased to see, for example, the progress that Mexico is making, and hopefully to have everyone vaccinated in Mexico by the end of July. So the situation is constantly evolving.
No, absolutely.
As well. We'll be recommending that everyone also does a PCR test 72 hours before arriving in the destination to ensure that there aren't anybody rocking up, taking an antigen test and finding that they're positive on arrival and having to quarantine.
Yeah, no, that's always a shame, and that has happened. Believe me. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of some disruptions in the industry because of that. As we restart. Now, in terms of the programming, in terms of general sessions, the one-on-one meetings, the evening functions you mentioned? Should we expect anything different at ILTM North America this year, except for the protocols that you've already mentioned?
So we'll actually be kicking off this year with straight into the opening cocktail, which will take place around the La Laguna pool and lawn area that we have in the central part of the Fairmont. So there will be no opening conference, right, so to speak, for ILTM North America. So that'll be the only major change. We'll be having some great welcome videos on the TV screens in everyone's room as they arrive. Other than that, the show remains exactly the same. Mm-hmm. I guess it's great to add. And I saw that you interviewed a dear friend, Robert Jan Waltering.
Oh yeah, he's ready to host you. Believe me, he was all set, and I think that was the day he did the welcome video that for ILTM North America as well. He was heading to their speedboat out there, and I was lucky enough to get him right before. So we had a great time. It's a fabulous resort. I mean, it's the first time I sort of stayed there. I wouldn't say for total pleasure, but it was more time to experience the resort than I usually get when I'm at ILTM North America.
I imagine. And that'll be the other big change, is that Fairmont Mayakoba, which is a 400-room resort, not that you'd know because it's spread between beach and the flora and fauna there, is going through a big refurbishment program that's happening right now and probably extending through to middle of next year, I believe.
Yeah, he's getting ready.
There's going to be some changes.
He's hoping to have most of that hopefully be all through. I saw the construction equipment when I was there, and there's a new restaurant down by the beach. There's a lot of new rooms, refurbishments, a lot of new stuff planned. And of course, you're right next to Banyan Tree right there. And it's all pretty close when you get right down to it. I always wanted to get an overview of Mayakoba above, and I suddenly realized all the resorts are not surprisingly grouped around the beach. And they all have their beachfronts, and the beachfronts are pretty close together. It's just that when you go inland, you say, "Where am I? I have no idea where I am." And the days of when I was at Banyan Tree and had to get to Fairmont Mayakoba, it was like a small commute to get there, but it was well worth the effort because they're all such beautiful resorts. They all have their interesting and wonderful features, and it's great to say. I don't know where they will house me for this time, but any one of them is great. Now let's talk a little bit about for travel advisors, and I don't know if you still have openings, but how can travel advisors, if they they obviously need to apply to attend to ILTM North America, the same thing, and how can the suppliers get a place at the show?
Absolutely, and registration opened, I think, last Monday and is flying. We had 50% sign-ups within the first 24 hours of the invitations that had been sent. It is a wait list already for travel advisors, but do get in contact because, of course, there are changes and places do become available sometimes even at the last minute as well. So it is ILTM.com. Is the easiest way to reach us, but you can also reach me directly, simon.mail at rxglobal.com as well.
No, that's how to do it, and that's in terms of also. Is there still room for suppliers to attend?
Yeah, we're finalizing our supplier list right now. We've got amazing registrations from around the world. We have a phenomenal group of Italian, European, some brilliant Brits, such as Browns and Nobu, Forman, and obviously we've got some fabulous Mexican, US participants as well. So do reach out to us. We are, as I say, we're in the process of closing so that people can really spend the time to do the pre-scheduled appointments selection, which is the core of what we do. Ensuring that everyone is matched with the people that they want to talk to, and they get a good 15 minutes conversation as well. But there's I've been so thrilled talking to the advisors and the agents, and quite amazed that many of them are saying to me, I mean, we're on track to have our best year ever. Would you believe? And that's just incredible. So not only pent up demand, but there's a lot of business to be done.
No, absolutely. And I think 2022 is going to be gangbusters at this point. All keep your fingers crossed. But as you mentioned, pent up demand. But I think there's just a surge in interest in travel at this point, and a lot of people want to get back out on the road, and some going to new places for the first time and learning about all the new places and products, especially in the luxury travel sphere, right?
Well, I think there's enormous changes happening across the travel industry. And of course, on the agent advisor side of things. So one thing we've always done with this show is bring a new group of advisors to the show. So traditionally, we brought advisors from 152 cities across North America. This year, they're going to be 70% new to ILTM as a whole portfolio of events, which is fascinating. And I think really exciting as well.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the events after ILTM North America. You mentioned ILTM Latin America is coming. Yeah, you don't get enough work. You have to give yourself another show within a month. I feel badly for you, man, because although, I'll say, well, you haven't really had a show except for virtual for the last year. So you've been barely working, right?
Yeah.
So this is it. But now you got to work a lot harder this fall, right?
Exactly. I mean, this show, ILTM North America, has been 2 years in the making. It will be by the time we get there as well. ILTM North America is a fantastic show, and it's based on the strength of the US and North American outbound market. ILTM Latin America, slightly different event, very different personality. The Brazilian market is obviously much smaller in terms of numbers, and the Brazilian Latin American market is smaller in terms of numbers, but the way that the Brazilian market spend when they go to destinations is very significant. And they're a long stay market, they're a premium spend market, they're a market that is used to and accustomed to a lot of service. So Right. They take suites, they spend with concierge, they spend in the restaurant, they spend in the spa, etc. So it is a smaller but very high quality event that really attracts a lot of ultra luxury products to that show. And we do it, of course, in a Latin and Brazilian way. So we have a lot of fun and a lot of joyful moments putting that show on. And then I'm coming to New York right afterwards for Proud Experiences.
I totally. Absolutely. That's going to be what normally would be in the spring, but you're doing it in October as well, or is that November? I can't remember.
It's November. So normally, you're right, we would be alongside NYC Pride, or kind of back to back in the Pride month of June. But this year we're swapping the sunny skies of New York for the chilly start of autumn, and we'll be in November, 8th to the 10th of November in New York. So it's going to be a busy few months for me, and then we'll have a month until we head off to Cannes right after Thanksgiving.
No, absolutely, and so it's that Pride event. A Proud event is also at the One Hotel Brooklyn again.
One Hotel Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, what a beautiful hotel! It fits so well with the Proud brand. It's contemporary, it's stylish, it's modern in its thinking, but it's 100% luxury at the same time.
Yeah, even November will have nice, crisp, cool fall for you. Not too hot, not too cold. Believe me, Novembers lately are still very much fall-like these days. Unlike today in New York, which is brutally hot. So I'm glad you're not having it around now. In June, you might have found yourself to be pretty hot. But that's going to be great because that's now the third or fourth year for Proud.
So we had our first event in 2018 in London at the Saatchi Gallery in Chelsea. And then we moved 2019 to New York to be alongside 50th anniversary of the Stonewall uprising, and of course what was happening at the time, which was in World Pride in NYC. So it'll be our third edition.
Oh, wow. So we unfortunately all had to skip 2020, and so this is it. Well, good luck with that show, and I'm sure that's looking good for you as well, since it really is one of a kind in terms of the shows. It really is the show for the LGBTQ community now, and there's a tremendous amount of interest in travel in that community. Yeah. And you've really done a great job in growing that show, and I'm happy you're having the third edition. Now, is there anything else you want to get out to luxury travel advisors and to luxury travel suppliers about ILTM North America this year, or even ILTM in general?
No, definitely. I think it's just say do keep in contact and get in touch if you have any doubts about shows happening, shows taking place. And I think we've been living in a world where there's been a lot of fake news, a lot of misinformation, a lot of change constantly, and kind of living with that change, knowing what's happening. Feel free. We're here for the industry. We put on our shows for the industry to help you do business more efficiently with like-minded people So that's our raison d'etre. That's where we live and breathe. That's what we've been waiting for the past 2 years. So we're here. We're happy to help.
No, that's great, and we're looking forward to it. Simon, personally, I'm looking forward to seeing you down in Mayakoba in September. It's been a long time. We've seen each other virtually as and in fact, one of my last shows was ILTM Con before the roof caved in back in 2019, and then 2020 was a kind of a false start, and I've really only traveled to. Well, lately it's been picking up. I've been traveling a little more, put it that way. And everyone is eager and ready to get on the road. Now, once again, just remind our viewers where they can go to get more information on ILTM North America, and what's the website and your email again.
Sure, absolutely. ILTM.com has all the ILTM events on there, and my email, simon.mail@rxglobal.com.
Great. Well, listen, Simon, it's been great to see you. It's just a couple more months till we get together in Mayakoba, and we're really looking forward to that event. And of course, for me, I'll hopefully be proud and also at ILTM Con, the mothership, as we say. We're really looking forward to that event as well. So we're back on track. We're back out there learning about luxury products, interacting and networking about them. And as every time I go to an ILTM, I think, here's one more new thing that I didn't think of that they're building. There's always some new hotel. There's always some new tour. There's some new cruise. There's just so much going on in the luxury hotel space, and these days it's very hard to keep track of. But if you go to ILTMs, you'll get a lot better handle on everything that's going on. But again, thank you so much for taking the time today, and I hope everyone that goes down to ILTM North America is going to walk away as usual, just got wowed by the experience, and then of your other events as well. So great to see you.
See you on the beach in September, James.
You got it. I think I got my place lined up. Although, you know what? Between us, we never have time for the beach there. We have to stay afterwards. That's what it is. So great to see you, and we'll see you very soon.
Thanks, James. Take care. Bye-bye.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.